everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the best of the best luxury skincare dupes. We are going to be focusing on one brand. This brand is Brandefy. So cool because they have the best dupes, sometimes better dupes, for a bunch of luxury skincare products, because their whole mission is to give you the same quality products but without that brand name markup. A lot of these luxury brands are just charging more because they can. And so Brandefy is on a mission to not do that and to give you a fair price for your skincare. I have every single product from Brandefy, almost every single product. There's one that I don't have, but other than that, I have every single product. I have tried them. I'm going to give you my thoughts and we are going to compare them to their luxury original product that they are duping. So I am going to structure this video in from what I haven't tried and then my least favorites all the way to my most favorite product. So one product that I do not have that I have never used is their water cream. This is a dupe for the Tatcha water cream. Tatcha as a brand is very hard to dupe. I will give them that. Tatcha is one of those more luxurious, more expensive brands that I do think oftentimes kind of deserves their price tag because they are so difficult to dupe and their products are so effective. And as you can see in both of the ingredients lists, they are not the same. This is a true case of inspired by the product. They wanted to create a product that was like the Tatcha water cream, feels like the Tatcha water cream, but in terms of those like Hadassah 3 ingredients in the Tatcha and what Tatcha is known for, this is not a perfect dupe. It looks like it's going to be a really great and effective water cream if you have more oily skin. However, I don't think it is a perfect dupe for the Tatcha. But this water cream is $29, whereas the Tatcha is $72, so... And next, I have not personally tried this product myself. This is the Clinical Vitamin C Plus Silym Serum. This is a dupe for the SkinCeuticals Silymarin CF Serum. This from Brandefy is $49 and the SkinCeuticals is $182. They both have pure L-ascorbic acid, silymarin, and salicylic acid. This is supposed to be a great vitamin C for acne-prone skin because a lot of times people with acne-prone skin tend to break out with vitamin C. So this is a vitamin C that is specifically formulated for acne-prone skin. And the SkinCeuticals formula is actually a little bit more basic. If you look at them obviously side by side, the Brandefy one does have more in it. It has pure L-ascorbic acid and also 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a vitamin C derivative and much more tolerable for a lot of people than pure vitamin C. Next, this is the Retinol Age Defying Eye Serum, and this is a dupe for the Sunday Riley 5 Stars Retinoid and Niacinamde Eye Cream. This isn't something that I use all the time. I've used this a handful of times here and there, but this isn't something that I necessarily need or look for in my routine, but I will say it is very gentle on the under eyes. It is not intense. It's not going to dry your under eye out or irritate you or anything like that. I am very worried about that, getting my skin drier or more irritated. This does not do that. Some of the times I've used it, I will say there is a slight tingle when I'm putting it on. I'm not quite sure what that's from, but it's not like harsh or strong or anything that irritates or lingers. Brandefy has this saying that is the gold standard reimagined, and that's really what I feel like this eye cream is, because you can see that they really took inspiration from the Sunday Riley eye cream, but I think that their formula is actually way better than the Sunday Riley. So the Sunday Riley is $65 and the Brandefy is $39. For, in my opinion, a better formula. Next up is the UV Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Tinted Sunscreen, and this is a dupe for the Elta MD UV Clear Tinted SPF 46. They're both hybrid sunscreens using zinc oxide and octinox. They are both tinted. This is a really unique texture. It's kind of thick when you pump it out, but then it kind of just becomes one with the skin when you put it on. My one gripe about this is that the tint is too warm for me, so I can only use this when I'm self-tanned, but this is a great dupe if you do not want to spend, I believe, $43 on the Elta MD sunscreen, but you want a good tinted, lightweight, really unique feeling hybrid sunscreen. And I will say the ingredients lists are not exact. This is another case of inspired by, but a little bit more inspired by than the Tatcha one. This is a much closer dupe. It is not a perfect ingredients-wise dupe, but it is still a very, very nice sunscreen. Now let's get into the dupe that you all came for. This is the Clinical Vitamin CE Ferulic. This is a dupe for, obviously, the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. And when I say these are exact dupes, like I mean it, these are exact dupes. The really only difference is that this one also contains propanediol, which is just gonna be a little bit like more hydrating for your skin, but they are exact dupes. Basically, they both have 15% pure ascorbic acid, 0.5% ferulic acid, vitamin E, It's got that hot dog water smell, unfortunately, but most, if not all, pure vitamin C's are going to have that. I will say my one gripe about this and the SkinCeuticals one, airless pump, please. I don't like vitamin C's in a dropper because it's going to oxidize and then go bad. And what's the point of that if your thing is just gonna go bad like right after you open it? And this does work very well. It feels very nice going on the skin. It's not a watery vitamin C. It's the same texture as the SkinCeuticals, where it feels like a little bit oily. I personally am not using this in my routine right now because I'm just kind of pulling back on my actives, but this is a really, really good one. And dare I say, a perfect dupe for SkinCeuticals. And you can get this for $49, whereas the SkinCeuticals is selling theirs for $182 for the same product. Now into the Superfood Nourish cleanser. As you can see, a very well-loved cleanser. This is a dupe for the Youth to the People Superfood cleanser. And this is a phenomenal dupe, like really spot on. The biggest difference that I noticed between the two is that the Youth to the People one strips my skin and the Brandefy does not. This has a much higher concentration of glycerin, so it is more hydrating on the skin, but it lathers the same, gives me a really deep, good clean, but it does not strip my skin, and I cannot stress how important that is to me. So this is $29, whereas the Youth to the People one is $39. I will say I think this is still a little up there in price for a cleanser, especially for 8 ounces, but it is more affordable than the Youth to the People, so that's a plus. If you really like the clean that one gives, but you don't like how stripping it is to your skin, this is a phenomenal alternative for more affordable price. It has the same kale, spinach, green tea, antioxidants. Are antioxidants important in a cleanser? Yes and no, not necessarily. You're not going to see any like crazy benefits, but there is some things that say over time, like gentle integration, like gentle contact on the skin could have some effect over time, but it's not like the most necessary thing. The important thing is that this is a good cleanser and it works. Now this is the No Needle Serum. This is a very good but not perfect dupe for the Dermatology Needleless Serum. The main difference is that the Dermatology has ceramides in it and the Brandefy does not. This does have 4% niacinamide. That is one of the main ingredients in here. That is not in the Dermatology. So again, this is a very much inspired by product, not a perfect dupe, but I use a moisturizer that has ceramides in it anyway, so I don't actively look for them in my serum because I'm already using them in my skincare. So I think if you are using a moisturizer that already has ceramides in it, then this is a really good dupe for the Dermatology. But I truly do really love this product. I use this whenever my skin is dull and just kind of gross, like especially after traveling. This is fantastic. It just helps brighten my skin. It has this really lightweight kind of gel texture, sinks into the skin super easily. This is definitely like in the holy grail kind of status. And this is $39, whereas the Dermatology is $69, so almost half the price. And these last two are really tied for my first place favorites. I actually don't know which one is my top favorite. They are both my top favorites, so in no particular order, here are my top two. This is the Tri-Lipid Replenish treatment. This is a phenomenal dupe for the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid 242 moisturizer. This is Brandefy's most expensive product. This is $59, so it is still expensive, but the SkinCeuticals one is $150, so this is literally like a third of the price. SkinCeuticals is called 242 because it has 2% ceramides, 2% fatty acids, and 4% cholesterol. This has 1.5% ceramides, 1.8% fatty acids, and 4% pomegranate sterols. Pomegranate sterols mimic the natural cholesterol in our skin, but the Brandefy one also does have cholesterol as an ingredient, so you're just kind of tripling up, quadrupling up on that moisture barrier, because cholesterol, fatty acids, and ceramides are the kind of building blocks to your moisture barrier. There's like your skin cells. Think of it like a brick wall. There's the brick and then the mortar. The brick is your skin cells, and then the mortar is the moisture barrier. That is the ceramides, the fatty acids, the cholesterol. So that's what makes these moisturizers so effective. And if you look at the first 4 ingredients of these SkinCeuticals, they are water, dimethicone, hydrogenated polybutene, and glycerin. That is what is making up the majority of that moisturizer. All of those ingredients are very widely available and very cheap, not ineffective. They are very effective ingredients, but they are very affordable ingredients. making up the majority of this $150 moisturizer. So just looking at the SkinCeuticals ingredients list, it looks like a fine moisturizer, but to me, it does not tell me that it is worth $150. I am much more impressed with the Brandefy formula. This has a very rich cloud-like texture. This is amazing for my dry skin, but I think it's light enough in texture that it will work for any skin type. And this one is fragrance-free, whereas the SkinCeuticals one is not. It has a lot of fragrant components to it. So this is one of those cases where Brandefy really outdid the original. SkinCeuticals is knocked out on the floor after this has come into play. And now this last product is actually not a dupe, it's just another product from Brandefy. This is their own original product. This is their dual retinol renew cream. This has encapsulated retinol, gram active retinol, and glycerin. It's a really unique texture for a moisturizer. It is my holy grail. This has cleared up my skin so much more than any other piece of skincare I have ever used. I have not noticed any irritation with this. I have fully gone through one. This is a brand new one. As you can see in the clip, the one that I had was very well loved. Use this every night. Notice no irritation at all, no sensitivity, no dryness. It is just a phenomenal formula. I use it every single night. If they were to price this with the markup of these other brand names that I've mentioned, they would be selling this for $40, but instead they are selling this for $39, which is really not that bad. And if you look at these ingredients, holy cow, this is an action-packed moisturizer. This looks like the ingredients list of a $70 moisturizer. This is just like, I'm amazed that they're selling this for $39. It is such an amazing moisturizer and one of my absolute favorites from the brand. And this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I have worked with this brand over on my TikTok, but that is on TikTok. This is YouTube. I don't even think they know I have a YouTube channel, but I do have a discount code with them from my work with them on TikTok. That will be down below if you are interested in getting anything from the brand. I have 15% off with the code anna.ev.pothier. It's absolutely not necessary to use. Just feel free to ignore it or go to the site yourself, shop, and don't use my code. Like, that's totally fine as well, but these are just some of the best skincare products I have ever used, and the mission behind this brand is so amazing and impactful, I think, on the skincare industry, showing how much these markups are, kind of exposing these other brands for how much their markup is. Because clearly they are still able to turn a profit with these ingredients lists, these formulas, and these prices. And that is all of their products. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what your favorite dupe was from this video and any other dupes that you love in general, because I love dupes. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.